Guess what number episode this is?
200. Holy cow. What a huge accomplishment. I haven't been on all 200. So I am celebrating you. And this is amazing.
Thank you. Celebrate us. You're part of it. And we're so excited. And everyone listening, you are part of 200 as well, too. And so we thought for the 200th episode, we're going to be talking about how we have really honed in on how to serve you where you're at so that you can increase your sales. And Taryn even thinks you might be able to double them.
Double your sales. 30 days. 30 days. Whoa,
come on,
guys,
woman.
Pump
Come
the
on.
brakes. 90 days. Give us a little slack. But yeah, tune in and we're going to walk through all the different ways that will fit for you.
Taryn. Oh, seriously, like happy 200th. Really, truly.
Happy 200. Like, did you have any idea it was coming? Because I now track us. So
you've been kind of subtly, like once in a while, when I go into ClickUp, I see that you're like 200th episode. Yeah. And you've put it in a Slack too. You've been letting me know.
Okay. Good. Because I'm like, this is big. So because it's so big, we're not doing one of those episodes where we just recap everything we've talked about over the last few
200.
Yeah. No. We're jumping to the good, juicy content of how you can double your sales.
So here's the thing. And I know Taryn says 60, 90 days. It may not be that. I think it depends on where your business is. But what we do and what we do know is what we're going to share with you right now is big. And I think it's really timely because it just so happens the week we're recording the 200th episode, we sat down and did our quarterly planning. So Taryn is very organized. We know this is what she does. And every quarter, right before the quarter, she has us sit down and really look at like the mission, the vision. Are we doing what we say we're doing? And do we need to be tweaking it? And what does it look like? And we look at all, like we just unpack all of the things. She lets me skip over the boring stuff, but the juicy stuff we like really focus on. And we had a major epiphany, wouldn't you say?
Oh, major. So we started with our mission. We're like, yes, this feels good. I feel like we're on track. We're sticking to this. And then as we're going through, we kind of got to our vision and we're like, I don't know if this is where we want to be in a year. Like it is a sexy vision. Don't get me wrong, but it's not actually true to what we've been doing behind the scenes.
Yeah. And I think the change has really happened over the last year, ever since we declared 2022 as an epic year. It's like it's been in motion. And so even though we didn't realize the transformation that was happening with our vision, it was happening.
This makes me think back to like one of the first episodes you and I did together of SMART goals are stupid.
Yes.
And while we do still have like SMART goals in the sense where we do put a metric and a time, we know that they evolve, right? And so we have been on this journey over this last year and it has evolved big time. And so when we get to the end of this year, if we were to just stick with our original SMART goal, we would be like, oh my God, we are way off. We failed.
We'd feel stupid.
We'd feel stupid. But no, we've been enjoying this journey. We have been, pivoting where we need to. We've been meeting where you guys need and where we can step up and serve. And we can now, and granted, we still have all of Q4, but we can like proudly be like, we are having an epic year.
You just unpacked that beautifully. That makes me really excited. And I also hope when you're listening to this, you see how it relates to you as well, too, where you're on a journey. You don't really know where that journey is taking you, but you're being open to it. You've declared what's your mission and you just let it happen. So without further ado, should we reveal what we've got for you? So we've realized that when it comes down to what you need as a direct seller, what you desire, I shouldn't say need, as a direct seller, social retailer, network marketer, there's really 3 different buckets or types. And so we're going to serve you where you're at. Take it away.
So type number 1 is that done by you. And that is for someone who's maybe getting started in social selling and maybe they're not making a ton of sales yet, but they know that they need some resources to get them going, to make them more efficient, to like help them show up on social media so they can get to those sales goals. And sometimes too, this might be for someone who already has like an assistant. So maybe you're pretty established, you have an assistant and you just need like the resources and your assistant can take it and run with it. So that kind of hits like both spectrums there. And in that kind of realm, we have
Social Templates Club. Yes. Ooh, look, we did that.
And social kits.
Yeah.
All our social kits.
So if you're someone who feels like that's what you want to be focusing on right now is creating your own social media content, and having the framework, really dive into that. Social Templates Club, just really quickly, each month we give you 16 templates and the captions. So literally you have that and they're customizable. You have them and they're algorithm friendly and magnetic. So where the algorithm is now, we're right there with you. So
you guys, we literally, Roxanne and I sit down and create these together on a call. Roxanne, I have to like pull her teeth, but you guys, that's why it is literally what's hot right now.
It is. Yes, it is.
And it's
all true.
It's a brutal meeting, but we get through it.
For you, because we love you. So the second category happens to be done
with
you. See how we did that together? Yes. Really with you. And that's for the person who's like, okay, I want to understand the strategy or I want to do this, but I want someone who's coaching me along, who can take a look and review what I'm doing, who can nudge me in this way. If you like to have also community and you like to have other peers also on that journey with you, then done with you is for you. You get the community, you get coaching by moi, you get what you need there.
And that hits two kind of tiers as well. So we have Social Stories, which is our monthly membership where you get the strategy, you get the community, you get the coaching calls, you get live trainings, and that's super affordable, like ridiculously affordable. And then we also have, like, if you want to fast track, like beyond even Social Stories, that's where the one-on-one coaching with you happens, where you are literally in their business with them.
I'm in your business.
All up in your business.
All up in your business. Yes, that is right. So you can do either. Right. Totally. And then last but not least, we're like, what else do they have left? I mean, they've said everything that we know of. What is going on? We've been working on things behind the scenes for, golly, 90 days now.
90 days.
Yeah, look at that. And, we always like to test things before. Well, no, Taryn likes to test them. No, I do too. I'm kidding. Before we just like let it out, but we're ready to let the dogs out.
And this, you guys, was on our plan for 2023.
That's right.
And here we are dropping it to you in Q4 2022 with the dogs because they're out.
Ooh, let the dogs out. It happens to be called, the concept is done for you. Done by you, done with you, and now we have done for you. Was that not a great meeting? Golly, that's just, it all came out. So
that's great.
Done for you. What's in done for you?
Okay, you guys, buckle up because we have been asked time and time again. And I kept telling Roxanne, not yet, because it wasn't in her vision for that year, But we're like, okay, the people are speaking. Okay. So we officially, without further ado, we have Social Templates team, which is literally you get a social media strategist, AKA Roxanne and I, and a whole team then who does your social media. So we've got a graphic designer on our team. We've got a copywriter on our team. So you are getting content delivered to you. We post it.
Yeah.
And off it goes.
It's almost even not delivered to you because you don't even have to frickin' post it. We post it for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not even delivered. Like I just got a message from one of our clients, like, where are those posts? I mean, it went out, right? And I was like, yeah, it went out at 10:15 this morning. And she's like, oh my God, how cool. And I'm like, look, you already have 5 comments on it.
Do you also know, PS, and by the way, that every time I talk to we had like a small beta group that was started and they're rolling and going. They are always saying, you know, the big thing, I didn't tell you this. Nancy said this the other day. She was like, yeah, just so you know, people have been asking me like, I love your last reel, or I love your this and that. And of course, then she's like, yep, they're like all curious about it. They're asking me if they can like take it and use it. I'm like, your face is on it. Okay. But getting a lot of traction. So not only is it a lot of eyes, because as network marketers, we look and see what other people are doing, right?
Oh yeah.
It's also converting into increase in followers, increase engagement, increase customers and team members.
Your team people see you showing up on social media like that. They want to be in your team. How do you do that?
So true. This is branded content. It is so good. And PS, by the way, you are part of it. So it's part of the process. You start by sitting down. You and I will sit down and we'll do complete onboarding. We'll really get the strategy going. Based on that, I'll break down the strategy and then the team goes to work into it and really crafting it. And it's magical. It really is magical.
Mm-hmm.
And I had forgotten, you said we couldn't do it till next year. I'd forgotten that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I remember I wrote like a tiny little note of like, eventually we would like to do this. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. And the timing just felt right, according to you. So we went with it. I always need to be nudged a little bit. I need a little nudge because I'm always like, well, and it's blown up. So we, have limited spots. There's only so many we can take on until we grow bigger as well. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if you're interested in something like that, we'll definitely put the link down in the show notes for you guys. But no, like, this is not just like, we're going to take anyone. We're just going to like start posting for you tomorrow. Like, we put so much thought and strategy. The whole Social Stories blueprint is literally in these.
Yes.
Templates and content you get.
Yes. And it's not just slapping up some things. It's the strategy to really pull you into the post. So it's you, but then also call in your target market. So they are interested and they're ready to go. And I do want to say as well, too, one of the biggest things initially that our clients who are using Social Templates team have said is it's great because it frees me up to do other things. I'm freed up to literally be able to to touch base with customers and to touch base with prospects and and my list is being built for me. And I don't have to like be in the weeds of what I'm going to post on social media. It's transformational.
Yeah, it is. And that, too, will take care of, the set pillar posts. So you can also then show up on stories. Like, you don't have to choose like, oh, do I get a post out today? Do I like maybe show up on stories for a second? Or maybe I do like a fun trending reel that I saw come through. Like, you just have more time to do that stuff. And there's actually one thing I really want to call out.
Call it.
So what's the difference between us and just like another VA or social media manager?
Good question.
And here's what I see. Like, some of our clients will come to us and be like, hey, I want you to post on this. I want you to post this product. And then I want you to do this one. And then I want you to do this one. And we're like, we have a full strategy. And so we're like, no, that post isn't something we want to talk about. Or like just the other day, one of our clients was like, oh, some of the content seems a little repetitive as far as topics. And I'm like, that's what we want. Like, we're trying to get the message out because your ideal customer sometimes needs to see you 7 times. So if you're
8 to 12,
8 to 12, dang, 8 to 12. So if you're blasting them with 12 different messages or products, like, they're going to be like, what the hell does this girl do? Woman, man.
As a result, this is fire. It's just fire. Let me just call it what it is. It's fire. And if you're interested, I would definitely contact us prontamundo because Taryn is not going to let me add as many people all at once as I want to. I would do it. She won't.
She would. But I like sleeping.
Sleeping too, but I hear you. Yeah.
So it's like all of that to say, you guys, there's so many different ways to work with us. And this is why I truly believe you can double your sales in 90 days. I'm not saying I'm just saying you can. You can do it. There's different avenues to get to that goal. And I love that we can provide a lot of options as well. So
100%. 100%.
Happy 200.
Happy 200. Yay. Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I'm getting married. We'll talk about it later.
We'll see you next week and we'll give you more details.